Hey, Vinny.
Yeah, Cardiff?
Do you want to go subreddit surfing? I wanna go subreddit surfing. Grab your phone, let's go subreddit surfing. Cause I wanna go subreddit surfing with you. We talk to folks from different subreddits because sometimes we just don't get it. We explore all kinds of subreddits. Subscribe now or you will regret it. Do you want to go subreddit surfing? I wanna go subreddit surfing. Grab your phone, let's go subreddit surfing. Cause I wanna go subreddit surfing with you. Vinnie and Cardiff go subreddit surfing. Mondays at 8 we are subreddit surfing. 10 is too late for subreddit surfing. So be here now for subreddit surfing today.
Aloha and surfs up, subreddit surfers. My name is Vinny. I'm your host, and joining me as always is my best spud, Cardiff Electric. Thank you for being here tonight, everybody who's joining us live on YouTube. Cardiff, how are you this evening?
Good. How are you? Every week, I'm still surprised when you introduce me that it's me. I'm happy to be here, Vinny.
You got anything you want to say to people?
No.
Nothing.
What, you want me to apologize?
I didn't say apologize.
Oh,
I just asked if you have anything you want to say to the people. Maybe is your conscience telling you to apologize?
No, not at all. I feel no guilt.
Interesting.
Nor should I, Vinny. Nor should I.
Okay.
Do you apologize when you tell a joke that doesn't go over?
No, never.
Well, then.
Well,
the
actually,
haters, I guess.
sometimes
That's what
a
I
lot
want
of
to
the
say.
times, a lot of the times, those jokes are specifically to or about my wife, and yes, I end up apologizing.
Well, that you should apologize.
Yeah,
She's a
obviously,
fine woman.
definitely. Oh my goodness, Cardiff, something interesting just happened.
I saw that. I just saw that. We didn't even talk about it yet.
We didn't even talk about it yet. I want to welcome the very first Big Kahuna, Corndiff. Corndiff is the first member of our YouTube channel. He is now officially a Big Kahuna. He gets to have a very fancy badge next to his name in our chat.
Mm-hmm.
And then he also gets access to a whole bunch of very cool emojis, subreddit surfing style. So thank you for supporting Corndiff. You are tops in our book. You're also going to get a special shout out. What are we going to say to the Big Kahunas?
What? Surfs up? I don't know.
Surfs up, Big Kahunas.
Yeah, surfs up.
That's them. So as always, feel free to join us in the chat. And, if you say something funny, we'll pop it up here and we'll have some fun tonight. We do have a guest lined up. I'm excited to bring them on because it looks like they have a story to tell. And Cardiff, do you want to let everybody know what we're doing today?
Sure. Are we doing Trucker Andy's roll call or are we throwing that out the window?
Oh, that's right. Shove it right up his butt.
Trucker Andy's roll call. Okay. Welcome to the stream, Richard Porter. Birch the Great is here. Obnoxious John. Corndiff, our Big Kahuna. Another new member. Brinkamania. Welcome. There we go. Brinkamania. You are now a Big Kahuna. Surfs up. Void Wraith is here. Kinky Loco is here. Dylan from somewhere is here. Zero is here. World's Worst Artist here. OM3G4 Wolf. I'll figure that out one day. He is here. He or she is here. My Lost Interest is here. Blinky Jedi is here. Tim Downs. Stoneman623. Scott. JJ Johnny A is here. Squirrel Watcher. Detois is here. Christina Marie is here. And she's happy that your microphone works.
Thanks, Chrissy.
Flutter Dashy 64 is here. MT is here. The Bladed Cast is here. Our newest Big Kahuna is here. Why isn't it letting me click?
Kinky Loco.
Kinky Loco. Surfs up.
Aloha. Surfs up. Big Kahuna.
Big Kahuna. Lawyers, Guns, and Money here. Mikey Alienhead Shitted is here. Tim Downs is here. CMOS 4044. Spaghetti Tooth Bird is here. Pork Boy 23 is here. The Glitch is here. Rusty Christie is here. Willie's Hopscotch is here. Zachariah Bradzowitz is here. Spaghetti Tooth Bird, I said. Gina Bobina is here. And that is everybody. That is Trucker Andy's roll call for today.
Well, that is a nice full room. Let's tell everybody what subreddit we are visiting today. Cardiff, it is one that you have not stopped pushing
No,
and trying to discuss with me since the show started.
it's taken us a long time to get here, Vinny, but I have
No, it
had.
didn't. We went to this page. You made me look at this
Oh,
insanity
no.
already.
We went to the page immediately. And before I even did the show, we went to this page. But to get this episode to the air today, it's taken months of work. I alluded to this subreddit a few weeks ago when we did subreddit roulette.
Yeah.
I talked about a documentary that I watched that inspired me to want to take on this subreddit and discuss it. We are talking about sex dolls tonight, Vinny. R/sex dolls.
Strap in, kids.
Mhm.
Strap in. It's sex dolls this evening. I want to is that Moose 4044? Vinnie Tin Can Paulino has discarded his tin can and decided to use a proper mic this time. Love the show, Excelsior. Thank you for the $5. Yeah, this afternoon I did the creep off and there was an issue with my mic. It's all fixed. I would never like to have a technical fuck up on subreddit surfing. I'm not an amateur.
Yes, no. This is your real show. This is your real show. Oh, I think Daytwa had a question about the membership. Hold on.
Daytwa, what is your question?
What is your question? Post it again. I missed it.
Yeah. So basically, today we are going to talk about Cardiff's fetish. If you weren't already annoyed with him about his live stream Saturday night, now we get to talk about the kinky stuff he's into.
Yes, that's.
And listen, there's no shame in. There's no shame in the game.
No,
I want
not at all.
everybody feel free to express themselves and talk freely about their experiences on the show, no matter what the subject is. No judges from us. So Cardiff, you get to teach the class today.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, and I've been, as I alluded to on Subreddit Roulette, I've been fascinated with this topic ever since I was a young boy. I saw a documentary on this, and then, like I said, the documentary, the more recent documentary of Silicone Soul, really solidified piqued my interest, so to speak. This is something I want to learn about, definitely. So,
Silicone Soul was the name of it.
Silicone Soul was a documentary. It was, I believe, it was an indie film. Our guest is getting up right now, so maybe we won't go to him just yet. But yeah, it's a documentary, and again, it focused more on the relationship sides than the sexual sides. Obviously, these companions have multiple values, we'll say.
Sure.
They can perform different functions for different people.
Like you get a Susie Wetzel a lot?
Yes.
Okay.
Daytwa forgot how to join as a YouTube member.
What you do is you go up to the top of the page or the front page of the channel where it says join. Just click it. Super easy. We hope that you guys will do that. And thank you again for the support. For those of you who did join already, all of our big kahunas. So,
Yes.
Cardiff, these are, we're going to find out these are incredibly customizable. People from all walks of life own them. And there are people who are very proudly own them. And that's fine. That's great. I'm ready to talk to our guest today. Could you introduce him tonight?
Yeah. So our guest tonight, and we haven't really spoken yet, but he is wearing a mask. He is much like me, disguising his identity, which I can respect. He is here with his doll. It is CombatCarl.
Oh, sorry.
One of us should be clicking the buttons.
I will
CombatCarl. How are you? Welcome to the show.
Well.
Who do you have? Good. Who do you have with you on camera today?
This is Molly.
Hello, Molly. And Arcona, our newest
Big Kahuna.
Big Kahuna.
Carl, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for coming on to talk to us tonight about sex dolls. They're incredibly expensive from what I understand. When did you get your first sex doll? How old of a guy were you?
This is my first sex doll, and I'm 38 years old.
Okay. How long have you and
did you just get her?
I got her in October of 2021.
Okay. So you've had Molly, you've been with Molly for about 2 years.
I apologize.
Could you tell us a little bit about your relationship and what it is? Like, I know there's a lot of misconceptions. Is Molly an object? Is Molly someone you're in a relationship with? How does this work?
Okay, so first off, I'm married. I've got a child, and the guy's dead, but few and far between. More often, sex. I would like it very often, more often than my wife. So now I have it all.
Does your wife know about the doll? Like, is it something that's part of your relationship, or is this something you have hidden?
Yes.
So she knows about Molly and she's
Molly
good
resides in a room, storage room. This room.
Okay.
Yes. Well, she's not exactly good with it, but
She gets it.
more or less.
Okay. More or less.
I must say, I've had Molly up for sale for 4 months now, and she's moving out soon.
Has somebody purchased Molly?
Not yet.
Okay. How much is Molly?
Molly is a Kimber doll. In the
Okay.
doll community, Kimber dolls are one of the most, I guess, reputable and cheaply purchased dolls. They just came out with a new model, that Kimber Doll Deluxe. It's about $200 more than what you for, but this model Kimber, and she's actually quite cheap. I bought her when she was $499, and she's 5'2" and 70 pounds. About 70 pounds.
Interesting. Now, when you sell anything,
She's
usually
considered
things
basic, and she's fairly TPE. That's thermoplastic elastomer. So
Okay, so that's a material.
some higher end dolls can run $1,000 up to $10,000, depending on TPE is more cheap than silicone. Cheap to produce.
So when you say she's basic, does that mean she's like into pumpkin spice lattes or something? Like, what does that mean? What does basic mean?
Basic means she has wire fingers. If you can see her fingers back here.
Okay.
Basically, her fingers.
Oh, so they're like bendable?
Wire fingers can be mildly posable. Yes, they were extremely bendable. Bones inside.
So it's not like joints, and so I guess this is like a car. You can get, a base model, and then you can upgrade with all the
basic
all the features that you want.
The tools.
Huh.
Yes.
So, CombatCarl, when you sell anything used in general, usually the rule of thumb is it loses 2/3 of its value. You usually sell it for a third. So, are you telling me that Molly could be had for under $200? Or what are you looking to get for Molly?
I'm actually selling her for 300. 300, okay. And I've got all of clothes, wigs, makeup, up.
Okay.
How much of that? How much of those accessories came with Molly, and then how much have you shopped for since purchasing her? Like, has this become
Well, Molly
a
came
hobby
with
for
a
you?
blonde wig, which was quite cheap. This wig is different. Dolls quickly turn into. I've got a Molly is basically my age. She's got lots of pictures on there. So initially, I purchased her for sexual satiating my sexual desire. Very quickly, I learned that take photos of different than my own personal model.
I've seen
Interesting.
this. I've seen this on Twitter, on Instagram. There's dolls that have their own accounts, right? Where they will, and again, they have obviously there's a photographer posing them, dressing them, lighting them, and then just it becomes art. Is that
So it goes from a passion to a hobby.
Yes.
Okay. Um. Okay. Brett Hatley's horror wife with the down 99 says Brett makes me do Molly when we shoot OnlyFans
A
content.
lot.
sorry, CombatCarl? You said, what did you say?
Right.
Do are there dolls that have their own
Can you
OnlyFans?
say that question again?
Are there dolls that have their own
Yes, they
OnlyFans?
do.
Okay.
Wow.
Do you have an OnlyFans for Molly?
I don't have the time for that high-end doll.
Okay. Now,
So what?
when you tell me you're getting rid of Molly, are you upgrading or are you just getting out of the game?
No. I'm gonna have to get out of the game for probably several years.
Okay.
I do look forward to getting a doll if I can.
Okay. Now, how do you feel that this has like affected your relationship with your wife? You said she understands, but has it created like a resentment? Like, is it hurt your relationship?
So the story includes my repeated attempts to figure out how I can satiate my needs involving her. And that largely went basically nothing happened. So I asked if I could get a toy. She said, "How much are you talking?" And she said she'd think about it. She came back to me, and at that point, I was looking at Tantally. Tantally is a company that makes torsos, basically, not full dolls.
Okay.
Looking at those, their torsos were more expensive than when I found the Kimberdoll site. And I saw reviews about Kimberdolls. And I thought, well, shoot, I'm going to hundreds of dollars by getting a full. So she arrived.
Okay. So you kind of said I could get the torso or I could get the whole thing.
It's kind of like, would you like fries with that? You can choose. You can choose your options.
Would you like limbs with that? Would you like limbs and a head with that? Hey, CombatCarl, we're having a real hard time hearing you, bud. This is cutting in and out really, really hard on us. So I apologize, man. I'd really like to talk to you more, but it's pretty difficult on our end. So I thank you so much for coming on.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I could hear you. It was
we
the
can hear you.
internet.
It's your connection is
Yeah, you're cutting
really
in and out
chopping
pretty
up.
badly. All right, Molly,
Oh,
nice
understood.
knowing you.
Let me. I'll try and come back.
Okay, feel
Sure.
free to try to
Set a
pop back
hotspot
in.
on my phone.
Okay. Yeah, give it a shot. All right. So Combat Carl and his wife had to have a very interesting conversation. I really hope that he buzzes back in with more information there, because I
Yeah.
would really like to know the particulars
If
of that situation.
if he comes back, maybe we'll try just audio. If we can do that, maybe turn his camera off. That'll
Yeah.
give him a
I mean,
better.
shock value part of that is over. So
Yes, we've seen Molly now. Bert's the
yeah.
great. Thanks for the $2. Do you take her on trips, stuff her in luggage? I'm gonna say no. I think there's already enough tension in the household that she's not going to Mexico with them.
Could you imagine
On their
like
trip.
having multiple children and like, you mean dad's sex doll gets its own room?
I'm sharing.
Yeah.
I'm sharing. Okay.
So
Let's
Cardiff, let's jump onto the
let's
board.
jump
Let's see what kind
let's
of
jump into the
stories are on
sub.
there.
I've pulled some a few pages. But I pulled some videos on this topic as well, and they are safe for us to show mostly. So we'll see.
Oh, good
So
God.
on the r/sexdoll subreddit, it's a lot of people really just posting their dolls. Like I said, the photography side of this, the dressing them up, the doing their hair, like this is huge in this subreddit. Like this is what everybody's showing off. And now there's a lot of stuff on the subreddit I can't show, unfortunately. Just I'm sure YouTube will flag it, but again,
Yeah.
a lot of it is this stuff. Look at my doll. Look what I just got. Just waiting for summer. Again, there's a lot of art here.
Mikey shitted Aloha Pink-A-Huda. Is she sitting on the router?
It's possible. It's possible. And Brandon Hatley's whore wife again for $1.99. I'll be doing Molly at Side Splitter show. Thank you, Brett Hatley's
Okay.
whore wife.
Thank you much. Okay, so Cardiff, these people are taking these photographs and they're posing these dolls. Do you think these kids would have been happy with Barbies? These guys would have been happy with Barbies when they were kids?
It could be that. Like it could be they just enjoyed that. But again, there's there was one photographer that I found. I think she's actually featured in that Silicone Soul documentary that I talked about. And it's a woman. And she has dozens of these dolls, and that's all she does is doll photography. And she's got a
Okay.
huge following. I should have pulled her up. That would have been, but yeah, there is a lot of an artistic flavor. Like this was done very intentionally. The hair here, like this outfit was all designed for this photo shoot, right? Like somebody
Wow.
put a ton. It's lit perfectly. Like the shot, like somebody put a lot into this. So there is an art to it, but imagine
I'm not
what's happening.
disrespecting that. I mean, people, shoot boudoir photos all the time, and that's considered art. So, I mean, this is in essence the same thing.
Yeah, but
except
it's
not the same thing. It's different.
This has multi uses though. Multi uses. So CombatCarl has tried to connect. Let's give it one last shot. What do you say, Vinny?
Bring on in CombatCarl.
All right. CombatCarl, are you there? Are we better?
Guys,
Okay, you're still choppy. Let's try one last thing. If you want to turn off your camera,
yeah, turn off the camera.
So
and
just
try
try
audio.
Just try audio. That might alleviate some of the issues we're having. So just try that.
All right. So CombatCarl, where we left off.
Any better?
Where we left. Actually, it is.
It's better. Yeah.
So where we left off with you was you said that you and your wife had this conversation about, you asked, can I have a sex toy? And you had looked at a bunch of different types and you found this one and you decided to go with this. Now it's less than 2 years later and you're selling it. So I guess my question is the reason you're getting rid of it because you're done and tired of it, or is it because of the strain that it's put on your relationship?
It's actually, I would say, four things. All
okay.
right. First, it is a bit of a strain on the relationship. I constantly feel like, despite my wife wants to be intimate, but there's no motivation, and she feels like she's the doll has replaced her. That's one. Second, in December, the room that Molly is kept in, and usually I always keep her in her box, out of sight. I took a picture, and if you look on my Reddit, it's her son and
We were doing well.
Oh, Carter, this stinks. I'm sorry, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah, having a real hard time hearing you, man. It's the internet connection. Thanks again, CombatCarl. You are a really great guy for coming on and talking to us.
Yeah, it's just we you keep cutting out. I'm sorry. We gotta
Yeah.
let you go.
And I'm hanging on every word. Like, this is the most compelling person I've ever spoken to in my life. I want to know everything about CombatCarl.
More than big old Benny?
Come on.
So my lost interest has the question of the name of my sex doll is Vinnie.
I thought it was SJ Puppet.
No. He bites.
Oh no.
He's
I
a
don't
prick.
know. So,
but yeah, I wish
bet
we
his
could
kid
talk
found
about
it. I bet you his kid found the doll.
That's probably yeah. Or the kid is getting older that it's going to be hard to confine them or keep them out of a room or where they start asking questions. But that is interesting. I did want to ask him too, because I did notice on this subreddit there are male dolls that some people buy. So I was wondering if is there an opportunity there to expand the hobby, bring the wife into the hobby.
Then they have like a room for the couple. They could get them married. They could live together.
Yeah.
Alt Companion says, Vinny, what does your perfect doll look like? Tiffany Amber Thiessen. Moving on.
Thank you for the $1.99. Brent Hatley's Brent Hatley's. This is a different Brent Hatley. Brent Hatley gets mercy tugs for $1.99. Does CombatCarl want to shoot some content with us? Unfortunately, I'll have to ask him that offline because, again, his internet is not the best, and that is the only reason he is not on the show right now. Because I would love to continue our conversation.
Cardiff right now would throw me off of the show as his co-host and replace me with CombatCarl if that guy had fiber.
And that's the only Carl that I would do a show with.
So,
but yeah,
this is interesting. I'm looking at this picture and it looks almost like a drawing. It's a very well compositioned photo, technically speaking. So,
yes. Thank you for the $2, Brent Hadley. My schedule is wide open.
Is Brent Hadley the only person in our chat tonight?
It doesn't. I love Brent Hadley.
Okay.
Brent Hadley's the best. But yeah, they and these are, I think a lot of them are designed to almost look like anime, right? Like it's
definitely looks like anime. I've never met an actual person who has, I believe the technical term is chesticles like that.
I really want to talk to Carl, so let's give this one last chance.
CombatCarl. Welcome back.
Oh.
Can you hear me?
We can.
At all?
We can. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, spectacular.
Okay, so you
lag anymore.
I think you just lagged as you said
goodness.
that. Yeah, you're the word lagged, unfortunately.
Yeah. The timing on that was quite good. Did your kid find the box? Is that what happened?
Molly sitting on the bed.
Oh, okay. And then there was a lot of questions after that. Yeah.
Yes. So she opened the door, which it happened very quickly. And she closed the door very quickly, and she was noticeably upset. She'd said that there was someone in the room. I said, no, that's just a mannequin. And that was actually my wife's idea. She goes, oh, this will never happen again. Luckily, we were able to kind of explain it off because we have lots of dress forms and around all my places. So we've got dress form. We had a couple of mannequins around, so it was very easy to I guess play off as just being a mannequin. And she hasn't asked about it since. And
Okay, so that
door handle.
So like her reaction or your child's reaction was upset at first, and that upset your wife, even though it was explained away. That obviously caused tension.
Yeah.
That would have been the beginning of the
and
end
that
for
also
Molly.
upset me as well.
Yeah, certainly.
Yes. And that was.
And as kids get older, it's going to be harder and harder to keep them out of certain parts of the house, obviously, too. So yeah, the sale makes sense, right? Getting out of the hobby at this point, I guess that makes a little more sense for everybody.
Yes.
But,
and also, I'm in the military, so I'm probably going to be leaving this area soon. I bought the doll here. I'm active, yes.
Okay.
Thank you for your service. Yes. So you're going to be leaving, and you're just like, let's get rid of it. You're not going to be there to guard it. You don't know what's going to happen to it, kind of a deal.
Right. And most likely we're going overseas, and we'll be for probably 3 years. So I wouldn't expect the doll to survive being untended or unmaintained for 3 years.
Yeah, she's pretty hot. Try to get her through customs. So
do you have to go through customs?
Actually,
very off topic. Traveling with the military, do you have to go through customs, or are you landing on base and you're technically staying on American soil?
It's commercial travel, so yes. I will.
Oh, okay. So you would. Okay.
Got it. So listen, CombatCarl, if you had to do this over again, would you have bought the doll?
No, I wouldn't have. I would have bought something smaller, something a little more manageable, something definitely hideable. Something smaller would definitely be more easily maintained and moved around. I mean, 70 pounds of dead weight, you're basically hauling around a stiff humanoid figure, so it can be unmanageable. But it tends to be the easiest carry.
In general, how would you rate the intercourse with the doll?
Oh, that's a good question. All right, so no doll can really compare to a live person, being with a live person. One, the warmth, the heat.
Sure.
Two, silicone is even less yielding than TPE, and TPE is not as yielding as human flesh. So,
when you say yielding, you mean comfortable, pleasant? Is there like what are you saying? By
yes, comfortable.
Okay.
Firmness. So firm yet soft. I mean, TPE is softer than silicone, but human flesh is just different. It's a female's vagina is just better than TPE. TPE kind of gets close. You can warm it up, but it's not the same. It's not the same.
So
I'd say in closeness, where actual living vaginal intercourse being 10, I would say TPE is probably a solid 5. Solid 5.
Okay, so it's half as good.
And that's it's acceptable.
Now
it'll get you off.
In your time on the subreddit, I've seen I've seen some posts, I believe, on here, or one of the other subs I was kind of going through, but there are guys on here that prefer the doll to a real woman. Have you encountered that? Have you seen a lot of posts like that? Or do you think that's justifying?
It depends on your preference, I guess. I guess it also depends on your options. I mean, sex hasn't completely dried up and dropped off the, I guess, list of things that can happen with me and my wife. But yeah, having a doll just fills in those blanks.
So, if somebody wanted to buy this doll, CombatCarl, is there anything that you would list as damaged from use on this doll that you would need to put into your ad?
Yes.
Like, I mean, when you use it, does it, I mean, how does it hold up?
And I've actually listed the damages. I've actually listed the damages on the.
Could you read us the ad? I would love to hear. I would love to hear the ad.
Follow-up post. Yes, actually. So, what comes down, and this is from selling Molly, is on the doll. And I don't imagine you guys are actually looking up sales with an intent to, I guess, learn anything out of genuine curiosity. But the doll form is oftentimes referenced as being the ultimate depository of sex doll information, as well as user experiences, rating different manufacturers, different models over the years. So it is kind of the one-stop shop for.
You cut out the beginning of that. What is this?
Reddit/sexdolls, the page that we're talking about.
It is okay.
The doll forum. It's thedollforum.com.
Oh, so it is there's a website. Okay.
Okay. Thedollforum.com.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Let's see here. I'm on the doll forum right now. Opening up my posts. Okay, so I posted this on. Original post was on December 24th, Christmas Eve, 2022.
Okay. You're hoping somebody on Christmas Day was going to have a little extra.
I found myself in an undesirable situation of ending my doll ownership. I post this with great reservation. Item for sale, doll, material TE, options, stock solid dress, built-in trends and feet, accessories, irrigator, and USB heating wand. Asking price $300 firm, shipping not included. So that's probably why I didn't get very many offers, unless do.
We were doing so
the
well.
Individual that I've been talking to, we're meeting up. Oh,
all
no.
right. Hey,
Maybe
hey, Carl, we're losing you. Yeah, we're losing you super hard, bud. CombatCarl, thank you, man. We appreciate it tonight. We're going to jump back onto the subreddit page, and we're going to continue to explore what's going on here, Cardiff. CombatCarl, thank you, man. It's a little hard. We got to entertain the people. So
when does that start?
Yeah, right now.
It's episode 11. We haven't done that yet, Vinny.
Welcome to episode 11. We're going to start it right now.
We're going to start entertaining as of now.
So if anybody wants CombatCarl's sex doll, Google it, I guess.
What was that? Doll forums? No, I should have written that down.
Dollforums.com.
For r/sexdolls episode 2.
You know, dude, I assume you probably have about 2 or 3 of these, or have at least owned one. Yeah,
I have not. Okay. Not a fleshlight, not a nothing. No.
Yeah, I my hand or flesh and blood. Those are the options.
That's true. It has it's always worked. It's worked so far. But again, if there was a point where it wasn't working for me,
yeah,
maybe I'm open.
He used the term there, dead weight, and that's what seems to me that would make this the worst. Who wants to freaking deal with dead weight?
Well, like I said, when I watched that documentary, you know, there were the guys that wanted to take these dolls out to the zoo and take them shopping and take them to the grocery store, so they'd have to, you know, schlep them in a wheelchair.
I want that so bad. I want these people to feel free to bring their sex dolls out in public. I want that. I want to be at the mall and I want to see them pushing their sex doll in a wheelchair. I want that for society.
Yes, I do too. So again, more more pictures. Again, this guy's less artsy. I mean, he didn't even put sheets on. I think he's just got to, I mean, at least dress the room up a little bit. I don't know.
Oh
Again,
yeah.
more
Okay.
pictures, more art.
That looked like a real person. That last one. Go back to that one.
This one?
Yeah, that one actually. That looks like a real person. That's the first one that actually looked kind of real.
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Not less anime.
Very much so. That one
Less,
actually might have a soul. I don't know.
yeah.
Kind
But
of
here is
eyes.
something I wanted to talk to CombatCarl about, and people were asking in the chat. Sex doll washing and drying 101. So there, Vinny, you got to maintain these things.
Well, that's I was hoping we would get there.
Yes.
But let's talk about this. How do you take care of one of these things? I believe I heard the term irrigator when he was talking.
Yes, and there is an irrigator in this thing. I'm gonna have to take it off the screen because they show it in action. So I don't think we can show it. No, I don't think we can show it on here.
Chairman Mao, a female lesbian doll would be very easy to clean.
Whoop.
Well, okay, there, pal.
Went too far. Hold on.
With what you're doing, with what you're up to over there. So is that a pump that goes in there and just sucks it out?
No, this is an attachment. It's basically an enema nozzle that you connect to the hose, and you can wash it out. I mean, I've heard
on the other end, like fucking you're siphoning gas.
If that's what you're into. I mean, I've heard, because I've heard guys on. I don't know what comedian it was on. I'm sure it was on Opie and Anthony talking about throwing his fleshlight in the dishwasher and his roommate getting upset about it. Understandably so.
Completely.
I don't remember who that was. But yeah, I guess you can't throw your complete doll in the dishwasher.
Nope.
So you can get something like this to. Let me just.
That's so awful. Why? Oh man, like everybody's shot a load and regretted it after, but you have to really be regretting that load when you have to fucking siphon it out of a Barbie.
There's a lot, like there's equipment needed. You need an incontinence chair here. There's tools. You need a good bucket, a soft sponge. I'm glad Carl is not here for this, Vinny. You're not being as understanding as I was hoping you would be.
What are you talking about? I just feel like, listen, man, when Stuttering John says, "Do you prepare?" he's talking about grabbing tissues. These people, they need a survival guide to prepare for this.
Just for the record, that's my bit now.
Okay.
Yes. But the funny thing is here, this is all, this entire
holy shit,
post.
Kiki Loco nailed it. This is more work than a real woman or something, Kahuna. Holy shit.
Yeah.
What is this thing now?
This is an absorbent stick, Vinny. You shove this inside to absorb any remaining moisture.
Are you saying that is a cum and lube tampon?
More like you know when you buy a piece of furniture and they have those little desiccant packages inside of it.
Sure.
To absorb the moisture. Yeah, sure. It's one of those in tampon shape. Yes.
Yeah, you don't want to leave it in there though. Zero. Is that zero sex doll tampon? Exactly right, world's worst artist.
But this is an entire company.
You don't want to leave it in there. She'll get septic shock.
Like, this is an industry in its own. This company makes products just for cleaning your sex doll. I guess I'm assuming they're making sex dolls too, and this is like the accessories you can buy as well to, you know, like you buy a brand new Volkswagen and they give you the Volkswagen bucket of cleaning tools to maintain your Volkswagen.
Oh yeah. All the chemicals, all the stuff. Now, to me, this feels weird. This feels weird, and it makes me kind of like jealous of ladies because, like, their sex toys, I mean, they can just wash it off and rinse it off. Like, this is a
throw
process.
it in the dishwasher.
Yeah. No, don't use sex toys in the dishwasher, you perverts. This is just so much work and effort.
This is a lot. This is definitely a lot of work, but
No,
there
like
are groups on here. There are some male sex dolls as well. Again, as I said, I wanted to talk to CombatCarl about that as well, but yeah, it's not just a financial investment. This is a huge time investment.
usually you just want to roll over and go to sleep. You know, you don't want to have to sit there and think about cleaning this thing.
You think
What
you
the
can
hell were
wait?
the forceps for? Great question, Tim Downs.
You think you can wait a day, or this has to be done right away? Don't you think?
I couldn't tell you. I don't understand. Does it damage it to leave it all in there? Does it get hard and crusty and gross?
I would
Probably.
imagine so. I would imagine so.
care
Vinny, do you
for it.
subscribe to the magic soap theory? Wiggles wants to know.
I don't know the magic soap theory.
You don't know the magic soap theory?
No, tell it to me.
Basically, the magic soap theory is oops. You want to get a meal dolls? Yeah. The magic soap theory is if you're sharing a shower with somebody or you're using soap, it's kind of like it doesn't matter what was rubbed on that soap prior to you using it.
Okay.
It's sanitary no matter what. So no matter what orifice it's been in, you can immediately grab it and wash your face with it. No problem.
I'm going to tell you something right now. I do not believe in the magic soap theory.
Okay.
I'm a washcloth kind of guy.
That is a good policy.
Yeah.
A very good policy. Now we did have. Do you want to try CombatCarl one more time?
CombatCarl, 5th time's the charm. Welcome back, CC. Are you there, bud?
Hey.
We're talking about cleaning these things. How hard is it?
A heavy doll
Yeah.
can be very difficult to clean because, as you can imagine, they weigh 7, and there's still lag.
Yeah, he's standing on his. He sent me a message. He is standing on top of his router right now, and it's still.
Oh,
still
buddy.
lag. I will say, StreamYard does eat up a lot of bandwidth. So yeah, if you don't have the greatest connection, this can be challenging. But
yeah, sorry, Carl.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, bud.
Yeah.
Let's get back to this. What are we looking at here, Cardiff?
Wigs. All you need to know about wig care for sex dolls. So again, as Carl mentioned, he changed the hair color of his. So this becomes a hobby. Not all and it's. Do you have any hobbies, Vinny?
No, I write jokes when I can.
What about what's a hobby you would like to do? You've done it all in comedy, and you decide I want to start. What? Okay, let's use your friend Carl. Let's use your friend Carl. Would you say playing guitar is one of his hobbies? Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he does it. He does it more than just a hobby.
Carl's hobby is guitar playing.
Okay.
Sure.
Now imagine if Carl could play guitar, and then when he was done playing guitar, he could fuck his guitar. That's a win-win situation, don't you think?
You know, I have a feeling
that he has fucked his guitar. Me too.
No. What's going on here with this? With the reason why these people got into the photography aspect of this is because they spent so much money on these dolls, Cardiff, and they were so time consuming and terrible to like clean up that they were just like, it's easier just to dress it up and take photos with it and fucking pretend and drop a load on its back.
Quite possibly.
That's what's going on here.
Got to justify the expense. But yeah, there's definitely a lot involved here. But I brought some videos in I want to play. The first video, let me ask you a question, Vinny. How sanitary do you think rented sex dolls are?
Cardiff, I don't begin to understand the science of the germs here that would be involved in this, but I'm going to go with not very.
Okay, well, let's find out.
They're going to tell me it's perfectly sterile and fine.
Nothing to worry about. All of our documentation and payment process is completely confidential. This part of the process is when we're dropping off
What's in the box?
instructions that our clients leave. So if they say,
What's in the box?
just tell me when you leave. So that's exactly what we're doing right now. We're just setting it up for a client, making her look as pretty as she is. And then our client comes upstairs and they get to live out their fantasy. Final touch is protection for the doll. And of course, for our client, we provide everything you might need. Everyone's first question is, how are they cleaned? And we always
pause this video.
You do that to yourself in the shower. These dolls.
Okay. First off, Kevin, Halbrich, it's better to rent sex dolls because they depreciate so fast in value. Bingo.
You buy an appreciating asset, you rent a depreciating asset.
Thank you. Great call, Cardiff. Now, this is quite interesting. This person, just for those of you who are listening to the podcast, and by the way, for those of you who don't know, you could listen to the show as a podcast wherever you listen to podcasts on your platform of choice. Make sure you rate and review. This guy's setting this doll up like someone staging a room for an open house. He's got candles out. He's got this thing laid out all nice. And then he puts on the pillow next to it a condom and some sanitary napkins like you would get if you just ate chicken wings.
Yes, you need the wipes. You need the wipes.
This is just very different to me. And I have to say, condoms? You got to wear condoms with a sex doll?
Someone had a question for CombatCarl. I think it was Tim Downs. And again, we would have asked him if we could. If you use it again, I assume that would reduce the amount of maintenance and cleaning afterwards.
That is true.
Right?
That is true. Because listen, when you return this thing, like back in the day when you brought back a videotape, it better have been rewound. Like you can't just give this thing, back all cream pied.
No. No, they frown on that. They frown on that.
This is something else. All right, keep it going. What are they talking about next here?
Well, so they clean, they do a UV scan, I guess, to make sure there's no fluids left behind.
Yep, covered. Like, what are they?
In the process, what we'll do is we'll go over with a black light to make sure we didn't miss anything, and then we'll go over it with a UVC light to eliminate any microbacteria.
They all
have their own
UVC
individual personalities.
Kill any bacteria remaining.
It gives the customers more of a backstory.
It kills any cum I see.
Right? One's from Russia. One is a college student. One is out of the military. They feel exactly like human skin. They feel very, very soft.
They have backstories, Vinny.
Was that a fucking Cabbage Patch doll?
The doll. Yes, you got a certificate.
You get a certificate with it.
And they're great for cuddling with, keeping you warm, and of course, a great companionship. We reached the demographics on men,
and you can get troll ears apparently.
Would you?
Elf. Sorry, elf. I don't want to upset anyone. Elf ears. Elfin ears.
Yeah. This lady looks like a off-duty Starfleet officer with these ears.
21 years old.
Can I say though, when he goes, they're great company. They're inanimate objects, sir. What are you trying to tell me? They're great company. What are you trying to? Is this part of the marketing?
Sometimes you just want someone sitting beside you, Vinny. They don't need to say anything. Just being there is enough.
Okay. Dylan from somewhere says, "I'll take the Vulcan."
Yes, I saw that too.
All yours. Tim Down says, "Russian women scare me." All Companion says, "Beware the Russian doll."
Disabilities, people that are slightly depressed, and
the good thing about the Russian doll, if you break it open, there's like 5 more inside of it.
Someone to talk to, someone to listen. But there is also, of course,
the bulk of these,
that everybody would expect.
From what I've learned, are made in China. So again, the Russian part is just the backstory.
That makes sense.
Just the backstory. Oh.
I know that Sarah is manufactured from steel and TPE plastic.
No.
But when I look at her, I see something more than the sum of her parts.
I'm scared. I haven't double checked this one if we're going to have any issues on this video. This was just.
Have you ever wanted to be in a relationship with a paraplegic that doesn't talk back? Get yourself a sex doll. This guy's lifting this doll up like it's your wife that was in a terrible accident, and now he's got to like cart it from room to room. That is not cool. I don't know. Is that 2 Chainz?
That is 2 Chainz
here.
So 2 Chainz has a show called The Most Expensivest. Have you heard of this?
Okay. Yes, I have. I think.
Yeah. So
I think I may have seen a trailer.
most expensive sex dolls. I believe these are made in America.
That's why they're
Thank
so
you.
expensive. Inflation.
Thank you, Joe Biden.
Yo, what's up? 2 Chainz.
2 Chainz, I'm Matt.
Nice to meet you, Matt.
So, it doesn't say this is in Pittsburgh. You graduated from school in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Program you take.
What's going on here?
Synthetics. We make ultra realistic, life size, posable
Like, look at all the molds.
silicone
Yeah.
dolls.
You the guy.
Just look at this workshop. Like,
It's
this
like
is
I mean, it doesn't look cozy.
no.
It's just like is that like a shelf full of vaginas behind him? He's got like the butthole shelf, the vagina shelf.
What kind of?
I mean, this is weird. And then there's skulls. Like, look at this up in the top corner there. There's the white skulls making like the O face.
Oh, here, yeah.
Yeah. What is this? This is not 2 Chainz. Come on.
What kind of butthole are you looking for today, sir?
Ass behind them.
Round.
Dog.
Nah, man, they're not blow-up dolls. They're silicone. So we make everything in-house, from skeleton parts to skeleton assembly to pouring silicone to the final paint job.
Oh my God. Is he pussyfooting around?
That's a vajankle right there.
A vajankle.
Vajankle.
Like an ankle? Man, y'all, it's some weirdo people out here.
This was designed by a client.
Can't believe I'm.
Did you see that,
Okay,
Vinnie?
so what we just saw is a foot, a severed foot from just above the ankle that has a big hole in the top of where the stump would be.
I believe,
And
and
if
I
you
believe
notice,
it's, I
the
believe
French
it's a,
tips on the nails.
I believe it's a fuck hole, Vinny. If I'm not mistaken,
If you want to get technical,
I believe it's a fuck hole. So that is somebody taking their.
if I spend $10 on one of these, it'd be the most expensive one I've ever bought. What the fuck is this?
That's somebody taking their foot fetish to the next level, I believe. Yes, Kevin, it is a foot with a vagina. Brought to you by Subreddit Surfing. Mondays at 8 on YouTube.
Vajankles, everybody. We learned about vajankles tonight.
Holy
Client.
Can't
Yeah,
believe
this
I'm
is-
doing this, bro.
Here, get a little bit of this in there.
Purell?
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Follow the.
You didn't try this before.
No, I
You
don't.
have to. This your product. You could tell us, man. How is she gonna
I
sell the
would. I
product?
tell you if I did. I got no shame in
Well,
it.
tell somebody. Your camera right here. Tell somebody, man. There's no shame.
I'd be
You should-
lying.
Come on. I don't believe him either.
Okay.
Why argue? Why argue with them? You're
This-
telling me you fucked that and there's no shame in your game. You fuck. Okay,
That's directed
cool
to the
for you.
customers.
Weird
These
brag,
make
dude.
Stuff, that's where I shine. I shine at
Oh,
making the
that's
stuff.
smart, yeah.
So it's like a good, good key making dicks and feet.
Dicks and feet.
Dicks and feet. Sometimes we pay the bills on dicks and feet.
Have y'all had a threesome with one of these before?
Nah, it's product for me. It's art for me. We market it mostly as art.
What you think? They just dress these up and say, "Hey, this is good."
The vajankles one thing, but the dolls, they're really something else. So we have clients that don't have sex with the dolls. We have clients that use them for all kinds of things.
This seems
They all
Carpoolings,
say.
mostly.
like a haunted house with you because I'm getting Chucky-like vibes in here.
We have sold dolls
Yeah.
for movie productions. Fast and Furious 7 bought one for a stunt double from
Oh
whether
my
it's an
God,
artistic
you doing
muse.
They actually replaced Paul Walker with one. No one noticed.
Too soon, Vinny.
No,
Too
it
soon.
isn't.
Wait till you see the dolls.
Is this somebody's real?
Okay, I'm going to jump ahead a little
I
bit.
will say that these dolls are as expressive as Vin Diesel, so I believe this.
82.
Oh, you
84
just-
pounds.
That doll's my family.
Yeah, it's still a lot of weight. It's because it's dead weight. They don't help you. You got to pick it up,
Oh,
and it
yeah.
kind of wants to, move.
I'm done watching 2 Chainz, but
Mm-hmm.
this is I just wanted to see kind of in the workshop here. I thought that was fascinating. Like this
Yeah,
is
that workshop is actually more depressing than I thought it would be.
But
Oh,
now, Vinny,
no,
I did
this-
discover one more video I wanted to show you. Sex doll brothels. Sex doll
See,
brothels.
Now, I don't know which is worse. I feel like if you really wanted to have the experience with a sex doll, uh, you would want to deliver to your house by the rental company people because there's less involved. It comes in a nondescript box. They bring a box over to your house. What'd you order? A refrigerator. Lie to whoever you need to.
Why
But
do you get a refrigerator 4 times a week?
mind your business.
Okay.
Keeps my stuff extra cold. But what I'm saying here is I would rather have the possibility of the discreet box coming to the house than being seen going into the sex doll brothel.
Or I think I'd be more worried that they're just this whole thing was a setup to just take video and pictures of me to blackmail me with.
That could be true too. That's probably a thing. I
Mind you,
bet you all.
I would
could you
imagine they would do
imagine-
that at any brothel, though.
They fucking build Alexa into these things. I bet just listens to everything you do and just starts changing the algorithm and marketing to you.
The one thing, Vinny, the one benefit to a sex doll brothel, she can't steal your wallet, but the Russian guy standing outside can. So
The lady says you're out of line. Cardiff, these things that I don't understand the relationship aspect with these. That's the thing I'm really interested in. But let's watch this brothels video and see what they're up to. I get that somebody fucks an inanimate object.
yeah, but
Sex
yeah,
dolls. They've been around for hundreds of
I
years.
wish I found some of the
and
relationship
more are being
ones,
bought in the UK
guys that
than
are in love
ever
with them.
before.
Are you in love with your dolls?
Oh, here we go.
You can't help but form a strange kind of bond. I look at her and I think it's illogical.
And sex doll brothels are popping up.
Bro, you're just fooling yourself.
Will they ever make it acceptable to choose a doll over a human?
The eyes look real. You can open the mouth.
It's just a game, a different way to express your sexuality.
Kinky Logo says all of a sudden your targeted ads are sponges, Dawn dish soap, and enema kits.
The Italian city of Turin is famous for fashion, cars, and chocolate. But a new business is proving controversial.
Fucking Italians.
A brothel with a difference. Instead of
We
paying
make art, Cardiff. We make art.
to have sex with dolls.
I'm on my way to a secret location to go and see this brothel for myself. Honestly, I don't really know what to expect.
When she walks in and starts talking, I bet you the guys jump like, what?
Ew.
Who let one of those in
Ew.
here? Who let a real one in?
Gross.
Get
Now-
it out of here.
But just think about that, Vinny. I mean, we're on the precipice, on the verge of AI, becoming self-aware. Robotics technology is as good as it's ever get. What I'm sure it's already been
Okay.
right.
Here's where society is going to get fucked, right? These guys treat these things like inanimate objects. Okay. I think someone in the chat made the point. Inanimate objects. Basically, these guys are serial raping these things because there's no emotional attached to it. They just fuck it. It is what it is. And they don't think about it. What happens when the thing's artificially intelligent and that's what you're doing?
Well, I guess Westworld, right?
Yeah.
That was.
Is it? I never saw Westworld. Do I need to watch it now?
Well, it was basically you could. I didn't get past the first season or a couple episodes in the second season, but essentially it's robots, lifelike androids that and rich people would pay to go to this place where these robots were, and they could do what they want with them. They could kill them, they could fuck them, they could tear them to pieces, torture them, whatever they wanted. And then, I guess part of the show was them realizing what's happening, them coming to life, being aware, right?
Yeah.
But
I mean, that's the second you put AI into a sex doll is the day that fucking Skynet is developed. Okay.
Ex Machina, Tim Down said. I haven't seen that yet, but yeah, but I think that was
Oscar Isaacs is the man in general. Watch Ex Machina. It's a great movie.
But I think that was going the other way. Wasn't the android trying to manipulate the human in that one?
Yeah.
Isn't that the premise? Yeah, okay.
A little bit of both. It was a little bit of both. Like he wanted it to be as like perfect, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yes.
So I just need to ask you this question, Cardiff. Now that you know that these things are dead weight, they're disgusting, and that you could rent one, would you?
No.
No. Okay.
Not rent one.
I feel like we should put.
I'll put one on
I don't-
layaway.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. You're gonna lay one day. I feel like buy CombatCarl's sex doll should go on the Wheel of Consequences on the creep off. That might be a pretty good one.
Yes.
That might be a pretty good one.
Take a sex doll to dinner.
Deepak Feinberg, it costs you nothing to get a shout out, my man.
No, not him. He's the one of the good ones.
Okay.
He's one of the good ones. But
we'll continue with this video, Cardiff. I need to find out what's happening here.
Hello, I'm Sophia. Nice to meet you. Hi.
In each room, you find a bed, a TV, a shower,
It feels really squishy. It feels like a stress ball.
and of course, a doll.
The head turns.
Uh,
And glasses? Why? Why would you have glasses?
she
Oh,
can
so
see.
she's like a sexy secretary. She's like a secretary. God, so the lips are so realistic and really soft.
don't put your hand near that,
The
honey.
brothel owners argue this place is ethical because there's no exploitation of women and there's no risk of getting an STD.
Even the feet.
Yeah, but you get a staph infection.
So you clearly think about every detail. But then if I touch the toes, it's like, it's like jelly. You can open the mouth.
Gross. I've never want to see toes move like that in my life.
Christopher, what? Hold on, go back to that. That was so weird.
What do you want me to go back to? The toes?
The manager, the close-up on the manager, it just says Christian manager, and he's just sitting there looking like a complete creep in the shadows. Look at this.
Oh, I missed that.
This is the best documentary ever. Keep it going. Holy shit. Tell
First
me
of
more,
all-
Christian.
First of all, who buttons the top button like that?
Businessman.
No, not like that. Not unless they're wearing a tie. Come on. Christopher.
Insieme magico. Il cliente viene, stacca dal mondo reale, non c'è neanche voglia di andare da da una ragazza, non vuole neanche sentirla parlare, allora con l'idea di scaricare tutta la propria attenzione.
He comes here and releases some stress. He has some fun and satisfies his fantasies. It's just a game.
I do have to say, hearing the guy explain it in Italian does sound a little less sleazy somehow. Like
I
there
was
is
thinking the opposite.
It sounds a little romantic.
I just cannot imagine dealing with the clientele every day. That guy, the manager, has probably a very thankless job.
Yeah. How many refunds do you think he processes in a day?
How many buttholes of mannequins do you think he has to clean out every day?
Well, business is good.
Yeah.
Business is good.
Yeah, but it ain't a good business. All right.
Wait, didn't I already clean the same one out this morning? 2 in a day?
I mean, the lady's like, why is it wearing glasses? Its lips are so real. Like, this guy's like, we need one with glasses. We need this. We need this. He's going around looking at real women and then dressing dolls up like them. This is very bizarre.
I hope they get to the price. I'm curious. What is somebody paying for this?
Okay, when you go through the mall, you can get those massage chairs for like $5. And this can't be much different, right?
I would hope.
I mean, you're leaving a ejaculate behind.
Well,
or a condom.
Or it's like an Airbnb, right? It's $5, but there's a $86 cleaning fee.
Tim Downs, good point. We thought a jizz mopper was a bad job. Then you got Christopher, the fucking
The jizz sucker.
the jizz vacuumer.
Vacuumer, that's it.
Oh man! All right, keep this going. Let's find out what she
I meet
learns.
one of Christopher's clients.
Okay, if this is real, Kevin. Hey.
Can these dolls be haunted? Mikey shit
Kevin
wants to know.
He's tried a
Why
sex
not?
doll. It was a birthday present from his friends.
If you're going to pay for sex, why not pay a real
friends?
person? Why pay for a doll?
It's very different. A prostitute is a real person and can judge you for the way you look or for fantasies you have. A doll can't do that. With a doll, all I had to think about was my own satisfaction. I felt more free.
You have a girlfriend. How did she feel about
America.
you coming here
Freedom.
and having sex
Fuck
with
yeah.
a doll?
She found it quite funny, actually. She didn't see it as cheating. Cheating requires emotions, while this was just physical. She just saw it as an opportunity for me to have fun and try something out of the ordinary.
Oh, scrubber. Funny gut. Okay.
So if
Now they're showing a couple making out.
does that mean that they'll stop going to see sex workers?
Oh, so now we're going to interview prostitutes and see how they feel about the new competition.
You know what? This
town.
is good journalism. I was in the back of my mind thinking about the hookers. Who's going to think about the hookers here?
That's true. You think they try and firebomb the sex doll brothel, or is that why it's in a secret location? They're hiding from
the hookers. Just keep throwing used condoms at the window.
Oh,
gross.
And how worried are they about losing their business?
Can you imagine if they merged a real brothel and a sex doll brothel? How upset the hookers that get passed over for the dolls would be.
You know, I mean, even the casinos, the nicest casinos, have the penny slot somewhere.
That's true. That's true.
You know, they cater to all needs and income levels. Oh, you only got $20? Well, meet
Yep.
Molly.
No, not Molly. Molly's a nice girl.
Okay.
Louis is a male escort. He says a lot of
Looks
his
like you, Vinnie.
clients who are sexually fluid have
We
tried
could be brothers.
A gigolo.
In the beginning, we lost our customers for more than 3 weeks. So it was like offensive for me as well. Like, am I became useless or why?
So your clients all went to the brothel instead of coming to you?
Definitely, if they are not coming to me, it means they are going to brothel.
I don't know, sir.
Yeah, I don't think it's an either or situation.
Yeah, this isn't like correlation causation. I just have to say this, sir. Who are your clients? Are his clients women? Are women? You can't tell me that a woman goes to that place and fucks one of those dolls.
There was men there. There were men dolls
yeah,
there.
but they're there for dudes.
But he's oh, maybe. But he's a gigolo. Wouldn't a gigolo be just for women? Isn't that
I
what
don't
a gigolo
know.
is?
Probably. I mean, I think that's
In your time as a gigolo, Vinny.
You do a lot of things for money, cut. No. I don't know the particulars of male prostitution. I'm sorry. I just don't understand that world or the system. I'm
Next
assuming
week on
that
subreddit
this dude,
gigolo.
I'm assuming
gigolos.
we could do that someday. That'd be kind of funny. I bet you we would get, like, if we went to r/pimps, I bet you pimps would come out here and talk about it. That'd be a fun one.
I don't know if I'd want to do that one.
I think that'd be a fun one. So it's not only a job, it's a passion for me. Sure, dude. I love how this stopped on that subtitle. It's not a job, it's a passion for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was
I'm
born
just
for this.
losing it slowly, so I'm worried about it.
Like in the UK, it's illegal to run brothels here, but there aren't any laws on brothels with dolls. And it seems that many sex workers don't actually have a problem with them. Tucked away behind a car park, a photo shoot for Playboy is getting
Stop for a second. I think that's a good point. I think that's a good point. Some of them probably don't care. They're like, it keeps the real weird, cheap ones away from me.
Yeah, good point. It's like he's not going to pay me anyway. Or the freaks, maybe they look at it that way.
Wiggle says that guy's passionate about porking fat, ugly, and or elderly people.
They need love too, Vinny.
Gigolos get lonely too, Detroit. You're right. All right, keep it going.
Too.
This is a Playboy shoot. What year did they film this? 97?
A Playboy shoot? Yeah, it looks like it.
With a budget?
Assolutamente no, anzi, secondo me dovrebbero aprirne diverse e sempre di più senza tutto questo pregiudizio.
Do you find it offensive that someone who chooses to pay for sex would choose a doll over you?
Assolutamente no, è una cosa completamente diversa, quindi no. Che una bambola non potrà mai prendere il mio posto, la escort offre personalità.
A sex worker offers personality? Is that what you think people are buying?
I've heard that before, Vinny. I've heard that before. Personality.
Okay.
It's like Cheese Whiz.
Okay. And I like how she's framing this question like Maury. Isn't it offensive to you that like she's trying to get her upset? But that's good interviewing. Go ahead, Cardiff. Keep it going.
Playing.
Calore umano, attenzioni,
Those
perché
are
la
scary.
bambola assolutamente non può offrire.
Do you think that sex dolls could replace sex workers?
No, non credo. Non
Of
credo.
course
Ma
not.
credo che potrebbero prendere comunque piede.
Perché?
Perché è un articolo interessante. Perché appunto dà la possibilità a molte persone di esprimersi più liberamente che con la propria donna.
But some aspects are troubling.
Kate looks like a teenager.
Yes, teen.
One of the dolls in the brothel is dressed like a schoolgirl. Many would see this as a huge ethical issue, but the manager claims it's just a fantasy.
Fantasy for men.
Fantasy for men.
Oh,
Okay, now he's
Jesus Christ, this slippery slope we're on now.
This was made very clear though in the r/sexdoll subreddit. Like,
so that means that they do it. That means that there's people
but they're
into
not
it.
allowed to put pictures of it on the. So yeah, I
Okay.
guess
Well-
it happens so often that they had to make it a rule on the subreddit. I guess. Even some of the manufacturers that had posts, they made it. That was the first thing. We will not make underage whatever, but it's almost like they're saying, you know.
Wouldn't it be great if like the real Chucky origin story it was like a pedo sex doll that came alive and killed him?
Oh, that should be patent pending. Patent pending. I rang a bell. I own that.
I have
that
about
idea.
two. Double patent.
Oh, yeah, that's
This is so what a weird fucking world. But now this makes perfect sense. I'm guessing. Okay, now I can't say for sure, but I'm gonna guess that there's a pretty high percentage of the market that's looking for children-sized fucking dolls here, right?
Yeah, I guess like you said, that's the catch-22, not the catch-22, but the workaround for them.
And these fuckos could take pictures of them all they fucking want to, right?
Oh wait, what's this?
Fucking A.
Yeah, so prohibit combat. Okay, CombatCarl is in the chat. They are prohibited on sex dolls. Even photos of dolls that are clearly adult are prohibited, including children's toys. Okay.
Okay, well that's good to know that it's like prohibited in some places, but
again, if they have to make a rule,
morally speaking, that's where I think a line should be drawn. Yeah, by a mile.
but if they had to make a rule, that means there were people doing it until they made the rule. Like,
yeah, well, let's have Trump build a fucking wall on that line because, like, we need a very strong line here.
Yeah.
Is my point. Cardiff, let's keep moving on in this because I want to see more of this video.
Where's she
It's
flying
not
from?
just in Italy that people have conflicting opinions about sex dolls. So I've come to London to hear from an expert.
I think there are ethical issues. One of the things that's quite concerning is the production of childlike sex dolls. There have been people prosecuted for this, quite a few in the last year. I think that is
So
an
it's
area
illegal.
and we have to keep an eye on that.
Do you think these dolls could promote the objectification of women?
They're an incredibly reductive stereotype of the female body. They're hypersexualized and they're pornified. I think that could be damaging. It certainly objectifies women.
Does a woman, a latex object made into a woman, objectify women? Yeah, ma'am. I guess they do.
Well, let me get back to you on that. Let me.
Okay. Let me know what you come up with.
Yes, we'll brainstorm this one.
The
Okay.
privacy of their own homes. We're going to meet one man who has 9 of them.
Oh, I can't wait to meet this guy. 9.
Come in. Thank you.
When Dean got divorced and his kids moved away, he started to feel lonely. And so these
Do his kids never visit?
Would you?
Well, but I'm asking what came first, the kids not visiting and this happened, or these started showing up and the kids said, I'm
Okay.
not coming here anymore, Dad.
Visit your parents, everybody. Visit your parents to keep an eye out unless they're already too far gone. This, like, could you imagine being those kids and you walk in, it's like that scene in Arrested Development where they find George Sr. up in the attic having the tea party with all the dolls. That's what's going on right now. This is Mary Lou. This is Tina. And this is Stephanie. She's a gossip. Okay, Dad. Glad I came by. Fucking gross.
dolls filled that void. He dresses them up, takes photos that he shares on social media, and has sex with some of them.
Some people would say that this is a bit weird and a bit creepy. What do you say to that?
I always say, well, why? Why is it creepy? They see it as, oh, disgusting. Why are you wasting your time? Spend time with real people. But my dolls aren't judgmental. They don't say horrible things. They wouldn't have voted for Brexit. And that's why I like them.
Was he going for a joke there?
They wouldn't have voted for Brexit. How does he know? How does he know? Is he forcing his political opinion on his sex dolls? No, that's the worst thing you can do.
Yeah.
Let them have their vote.
This isn't what Susan B. Anthony fought for.
No. So CombatCarl in the chat, a lot of folks have multiple dolls. Doll ownership can turn into a hobby that includes collecting dolls.
Yeah, I
think
that.
like any hobby, it can become, gotta have more, gotta get more. I have 47 guitars, I think, right now, Vinny.
Oh, jeez.
No, not that many. But yeah, I guess it becomes obsessed. But he talked about the art too, the social media, the pictures, the photos. Like that's a big part of this is just playing with them.
Yeah. Okay.
He got his first doll because he was curious, but ended up developing a strong connection with her.
Do you feel like Sarah is your girlfriend?
She's the closest thing I've got to one.
And how would you feel if you
Huh?
started dating somebody and they wanted you to get rid of your dolls?
If I met a woman mad enough to date me now, and she said to me, you'll have to get rid of Sarah.
Your doll?
Yeah, I couldn't do it. She because I'd look at her and think, well, in the last couple of years, she has given me so much and made me so happy. There's no way I'll get rid of her. Sometimes I wish my dolls would talk to me, and I often look at her and say something, please. It would just be that extra bit of realism, and I can see it coming in the future. And I hope I live long enough to see it.
The robotics.
That'll be wonderful.
Okay.
And it will help an awful lot of lonely people there are in the world that just don't have the ability to maybe get out and socialize.
So hold on, pause it. I'm not a psychologist here.
No,
but with this gentleman, when he's asked, would you prefer to be in a relationship with a woman without the dolls? He was like, no. So it seems to me like this is this guy's fetish, and that I don't think he would want to be with another person. I think this is what this dude's into.
Yeah, probably. That's his thing now. Like that's just what he, yeah. Yeah, that's
Okay.
but
Yeah, man, have your thing, bro. I'm not gonna king shame you. I'm not. I just think that having that many of them might be a little much, but you do what you want to, pal. I mean,
but he said he has sex with some of them.
mm-hmm.
So again, I think the art, the photography, the hobby becomes a big part of this. But yeah, some of them are, like I said, Carl has his few guitars that he fucks and some guitars that he just plays. Not CombatCarl.
Like I'm a big wrestling nerd, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So like I own 3 championship belts, and I always said to myself that I only want these 3, and that's what I got. I got the 3 that I wanted. I got them all signed, and that's that. I don't know if I'm going down this like collecting route like that, but
Vinny, look behind you.
yeah, people bring me a lot of silly stuff. People think I'm a silly heart. They give me things.
Silly boy.
I am a silly boy.
Send your sex dolls to Comedy at the Carlson.
Please do not send your sex dolls to Comedy at the Carlson. Send them to WATP's PO box.
That's true. He does have a PO box now. If we could get everyone to pitch in, maybe buy Molly and send it off to Carl.
Lockie made us a new Wheel of Consequences for the creep off. That thing is huge. It's massive.
It looks creepy as fuck, but it looks so cool.
It is sweet, dude. It is sweet. And not only that, he sent me something else with it too, which I should mention here. Just I'll throw him a plug. I believe he's at Dr. _Omega_tattoo. On the creep off, we did a story about a guy who does paintings down in Florida. He doesn't have any arms. He paints with his feet. And he got into a fight with a woman and picked up a pair of scissors with his feet and stabbed her with them. And he also sent us a painting from that dude because he knew him. So now I have that to hang up in the studio, and I'm really excited for it.
Murdering feet paintings.
Yeah, the creep off. It's a delightful show if you've never seen it.
So Combat. What time is that on, Vinny? Mondays at 1 on
Mondays
YouTube?
at 1 p.m. Eastern, the Creep Off YouTube channel.
Oh. Subscribe today.
Thanks, kids.
So playing with our CombatCarl, playing with our toys doesn't change their life. Only the type of toys we enjoy. It's very true.
No argument.
Yeah.
If this fills the void for a person, I want them to feel like they have a fulfilled life. I'm fine with it if that's what gets you through the day. But, sir, it's different than what other people do. So people are always going to be a little judgy and a little kind of puzzled by it. I don't know if there's ever going to be a situation where this becomes like just a normal thing that people do. Maybe it will.
And CombatCarl, you're watching. We're having some fun with this, but really, this is the point of the show. We're just trying to learn about these different subcultures, these different communities, these different worlds. It's interesting. I find it interesting as hell. Brent Hatley gets Mercy Tugs for $1.99. Can a couple of our videos make it to the creep off?
I'm
very likely.
Bingo.
But it's best to let it happen organically, Brent Hatley's Mercy Tugs.
Wiggles, thank you. If it's a choice between owning the dolls or serial murdering women, take the dolls. Yes. I don't see why those two would be, connected like that. But if that is the situation that someone happens to be in, buy the dolls. Please.
Right. Let's get to the end of this, and then we got to get to our closing segment.
Oh, that's right. We got to close out with some "Am I the Asshole?" this
A lot of
evening.
people in the dolls, they say that it's about companionship. It's about them having a doll that they can treat with respect, like a partner.
Do you think you could
the
apply
global
makeup,
sex
Vinny?
toys market is expected to be
Absolutely
worth more
not.
than £20 billion in 2020, and these are now an important part. Dean uses his dolls privately, but in Italy, they've become a business. Spain, Belgium, Russia, Canada are all embracing brothels filled with sex dolls. So,
Oh, thank you, Mint. Mint, thank you for the $10. She says very educational show.
Thank you. Who's that? That's Mint Salad?
That's Mint Salad.
Oh, thank you, Mint Salad.
The
Thank you for
lovely
$10.
and talented Mint Salad, who, by the way, never emailed me back about that thing.
Email Vinny back about the thing, please.
Yeah.
But
the Dr. Steve
Vinny,
thing.
The Dr. Steve thing, yes.
Yes.
If you and I, Vinny, we were roommates, and as any roommates would make a deal, right? Let's share a sex doll, right? Obviously, we're gonna cut back on some expenses in this economy. Let's share a sex doll. You get tops, I get bottoms, whatever. We make a deal. Between the
No.
two of us, do you think we could
Never.
make our sex doll look this good? Or would our sex doll like have would she just be would she just be in your old ripped t-shirts? I would try and draw on some lip liner.
The makeup will look like Zubak's eye. It'll just be all
Yeah,
flat.
we couldn't keep up.
I'll tell you what, she's not going to move with the fashion. I will say that
No.
about the old gal.
Hey, Vinny, why is she wearing her Super Bowl 8 t-shirt still? Come on, get her something new.
I don't see you getting her anything.
Well, I only got tops, okay?
Fair enough. I just have to say, though, I don't think that would be a fun relationship to be in with your roommate if you're both going to halves on the sex doll.
I'm just saying.
That's an interesting relationship between two people.
I think the one thing we
I can
have
see it
learned
coming
this
in the-
is a huge investment in time and effort. If you have a lot of time to kill, this could be a hobby for you. This is a lot of work.
Yeah, I can't see. This is more work than a real relationship.
Absolutely. I think Kiki Loco said it best.
Yeah, I feel like this whole thing is one of those situations where you just have to kind of be, this is what you're into for this to be like good for you. Like, I don't think this is something that people are going to dabble in because it's like such an investment in cash, right?
Yeah,
These things are very expensive.
But yes, ours would definitely be wearing a Comedy at the Carlson t-shirt all the time. Do you guys sell sweatpants too at the Carlson?
No, we don't.
All right. I'll go to Costco then.
Fair enough.
Oh, Vinny, what have we learned? No, we don't say that here.
We learned about vajankles today, Cardiff.
That was, if nothing else, we learned about vajankles. But as that's it. I don't think I can do anymore. But yeah, that was. I hope that was interesting. I hope everybody enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed that, Vinny. But it's time to get to our signature segment.
I hope that you scratched whatever weird itch you have regarding this topic for a while so we can move on to some other things on the show. But I think this made for some interesting streaming for our listeners tonight. So we're going to end with our favorite subreddit with the worst mods in the world that we hate the most. The folks over at Am I the Asshole? Cardiff and I both picked a story, and we're going to decide if this person is an asshole or not. Cardiff, what's your story tonight?
Just for the record, Tales from the Front Desk is a subreddit with the worst mods that I hate the most.
No, I didn't deal with them. I dealt with these people, so these people, therefore, are the worst.
These are the ones you hate the most.
Yeah.
All right. Again, speaking of roommates sharing a sex doll.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for criticizing my roommate's grooming habits harshly? Hey, all. I'm a 26-year-old male, currently live in rented apartment with my roommate, 24-year-old male. Recently, we've been running into some issues because of his grooming. I occasionally noticed a funk coming off of him, and a few times it got bad enough to ask him to take a shower because it was distracting me and grossing me out. Have you ever had a roommate, Vinny?
Just in college.
Just in college.
And
So
my
you're sharing
wife.
common space. Yeah, other than your wife, but you're sharing a common area, watching TV with this person or these people.
Yeah.
Did one ever just smell really bad every day?
No, I never had hygiene issues. I had a roommate who always wanted the heater on and kept the room very hot.
Bastard.
The room very hot. I hated that. That was really frustrating.
Next week's creep off. The roommate with the heater. No.
Yeah. That dickhead. All right.
Sounded kind of he didn't realize he needed a shower. Sounded kind of BS to me, but he showered, so I didn't think anything of it. Our apartment has 2 full bathrooms in the hallway. This is a nice apartment. And I ordered a bidet for mine. Vinny, bidet? Yes or no?
Oh, I love a bidet.
Good. You're a
Just like
cultured
a
man.
parade. Just like a parade. I love a bidet. Streams of water up my butt.
The other day I was installing my bidet and he happened upon me doing so. He asked what it was for and I explained. He chuckled and said, "You gay guys are something else." I didn't know bidets were for gay guys. I laughed and said, "It's less invasive than toilet paper and more effective." He laughed and said, "Yeah, but I don't use that either." Something clicked in my head and I asked him for clarification. Apparently, he never wipes. He says he thinks it's gross to rub his ass with a piece of paper that doesn't really do anything. He says no straight guy does, and it's not a big deal. Have you ever heard that wiping your ass was something that straight guys don't do? Are you a straight guy, Vinny?
Yes, sir.
Then you're the guy to ask. Is that true? Do straight guys not wipe their ass?
If wiping your ass makes you gay, I guess bring on the dick, because you gotta keep your ass clean, dude. Though I go fucking wet wipes. I got wet wipes in the private bathroom over here. Like, are you kidding me? You don't do anything? Like, I know that they say when you have a proper diet and all that stuff, the shit's supposed to just fall out and like you're good to go. But you gotta get the remnants. There's remnants, dude. It's a
You gotta
turd
scrub.
cutter. When you cut the turds, there's a problem there. You got to get that cleaned up. You're just an idiot. Your parents sucked, and you shouldn't be living with this person. This person should be living in an alley. This is a feral human you brought home that you're sharing an apartment with.
Hopefully the rent is cheap. I asked what he does if he eats Taco Bell or something, and he said he just takes a shower. I asked what if he's in a public bathroom. He says he waits until he gets home. I asked if he washes his butt in the shower, and he says the soap from his back drips down and takes care of it. We know that's not true. At this point, I was basically gagging. Remember, this guy is on his knees installing a bidet, and now he's gagging. And told him that he can't
What's
sit
the
on
difference between the stream of water in the shower coming down versus the bidet?
Well, that's...
If you just want to use water and not the paper. If paper is the issue.
He wants
sir.
water to just slowly drip down, I guess. That's okay.
This guy's uncle touched him on the butthole or something. There's something going on here.
So basically, at this point,
There's
I was
something
gagging.
going on here.
I told him he can't sit on any of the furniture I pay for, which is most of it, until he wipes and washes his crusty ass. He got mad and says the only reason I care because I get fucked in mine, which I responded to that I'm a top.
Oh. Well, like, I understand that this gentleman's obsessed with the hiney holes of other gentlemen and keeping them clean.
Yes.
I understand.
Thank you for the €5, CMOS 4044. Great show, Vinnie Cardiff. You guys are awesome, and you will read my super chat. That is correct.
Damn straight. Damn straight.
He got pissy and left after this.
Aloha, Big Kahuna.
And I haven't seen him since. I called his girlfriend to ask if she's heard from him, and she said he came over, explained the situation. He has a girlfriend. He doesn't wipe his ass, but he has a girlfriend.
Bet she looks like me.
Explain grossed out, left her place. Explain the situation. She got grossed out and left her, and he left her place. I kind of feel bad. I feel kind of bad for not viewing this as a he doesn't know the right way situation rather than the more antagonistic turn it took. Am I the asshole? How did the girlfriend not know he didn't wipe his ass until the roommate told her? If the roommate can smell this guy, well, I guess, okay, maybe this guy showers before going out, seeing the girlfriend, doesn't shit in between. Okay, maybe.
Like, the guy's gotta somehow get through life without smelling like shit. But, I mean, I have a feeling that you don't want to be downwind to this dude. I think he could probably get away with it. But you would think the second, if you ain't wiping your ass ever, the second the pants come off in any type of sexual situation, there's going to be a waft of bowel.
Yes, I would say so. I would say I don't even know what detergent you're going to use that's going to get that underwear ever not smelling.
So you better buy disposables, dude. You better buy the pull-ups. Fucking shitty ass. So
yes.
Cardiff, I gotta tell you, man, that is a good one. Do you think that the roommate is the asshole, or is the roommate the
It's
asshole?
definitely the roommate. The roommate is 100% the asshole.
Yeah, agreed.
Now, which roommate?
All right.
No, the dirty asshole is the asshole.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That, like, you have the right to not wipe your asshole, I guess. But should you? Yes, you should. And for calling someone else gay, even if this guy is gay because they wipe their ass, is a little much. I would say it's a little much. So yeah, this guy is definitely the asshole. Dirty ass is the asshole. I'm trying to find mine, Cardiff, and I lost it. So give me a second. Fill
Sure.
for me, buddy. Fill for me.
Let me tap dance for you, everybody.
Waiting.
Oh, yeah. What?
I'm waiting for your
I'm tap dancing. I just realized they don't have feet. This is awkward. But yeah,
Okay.
I don't understand that. Like the girlfriend must be a disgusting human being if she didn't know that her boyfriend does not wipe his ass.
Yeah, she must come from like like I have a friend who's a comic who has no sense of smell. So I feel like maybe someone like that exists. Maybe found the one woman without a sense of smell.
She must have seen a skid mark at some point, though.
She's blind too.
She's blind, no smell.
Yeah, she's perfect for him.
I guess so.
All right.
I guess so.
Helen Smeller, they call her. All right. Am I the asshole, Carter, for accidentally ruining my girlfriend's career?
All right.
That's a loaded title, sir. Hi,
Accidentally?
everyone. Oh, that's what he says.
All right, let's see.
I don't know if I go with this. I would be very upset with this person if I was in the other person's shoes here. I'm in a tough spot right now, and I'm not sure if I'm the asshole or not. My girlfriend, 27 female, let's call her Sarah, and I, 26-year-old male, have been together for 3 years. She's always been passionate about her job as a teacher and has worked really hard to build up her career. However, a few weeks ago, I accidentally stumbled upon some photos of Sarah on Instagram that I had never seen before. They were pictures of her in some very revealing clothing, and some of them were even nude. I was shocked and confronted her about it, and she told me that she used to be a lingerie model before becoming a teacher. She said she stopped doing it because she didn't want it to affect her career, and she thought I knew about it already. I didn't know how to react at first, but eventually I told a few of my friends about it, as one does.
Yes, let the world know.
Yeah, it's always good to know. She was worried about this affecting her career. It's always good to go bring it up to people after it's already been buried for a few years. One of my friends is a gossip and ended up telling someone who works at the school where Sarah teaches. Long story short, the photos somehow got into the hands of the school board, and Sarah was fired for unprofessional behavior. Sarah is devastated and blames me for ruining her career. She says I should have kept my mouth shut and that I betrayed her trust. I feel terrible about what happened, but I didn't know that it would lead to this. This guy was just looking for a high five from his buddies. Am I the asshole for accidentally ruining my girlfriend's career?
Yes. But she should also have taken their pictures down.
That is a good point. Now, if they were just up on her Instagram, you would think that he would have seen them at some point, yeah? Because like when you first get into a relationship, you've been with her for 3 years.
You go all the way back?
Well, I mean, you're with someone for 3 years. You would know if they were posing nude and putting it on the internet, you would think.
I guess. But Zero brings up a good point. Nudes on Instagram. Maybe there's a little bit of BS here.
Well, I mean, we could be talking some real tiny undies. Some real tiny, you know, you can see, I mean, people don't leave stuff to the imagination on Instagram.
No.
So
have you seen my Instagram, Vinny?
I saw that one of you getting peeled.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was saucy. I'm going to go ahead and say you shouldn't have told your friends anything. I really don't think you should have spread that around.
No.
So are you the asshole? I know you didn't mean anything, but yeah, you're the asshole in this scenario, sir. You got your chick fired.
A teacher's job too.
Yeah, they're in unions and shit. That's
Mm-hmm.
this stuff follows you. Okay, for Dylan from somewhere, thanks for the $5. He says, for the subreddit surfing community, Real Doll Fund, I vote for a red-headed Vulcan. All right. Cardiff, we did a lot today.
We did.
We met a couple assholes. We talked to CombatCarl, who, again, thank you, CombatCarl, for coming on.
Yes. I wish your internet was better.
locally. Yeah, man. We need to get our soldiers better internet. I've learned that tonight. If we take away anything. We told you, Real Doll for Cardiff. We're going to make a Cardiff sex toy, I think, that you
Are
guys
we both trying to
buy.
click the same one?
Yeah. Real Doll for Cardiff. How about of Cardiff?
Why not both, Vinny? Why not both?
If they make a vajankle, they can make a potato. You could fucking have it smile at you.
Of a Jado?
A vajado.
Patent pending.
I'm
gonna be a millionaire.
I'm so thankful, especially to all of you who came out to watch the live show. Thank you for everyone who's listening to this and watching later. Please rate and review, hit like, subscribe, join, and become a big kahuna. Cardiff, I believe we got 10 big kahunas tonight. And
You have the list, Vinny?
I have a list right in front of me. I'm going to pop it up right now. So we have 10 big kahunas. We're going to start with Stoneman 623. Surfs Up. Arcona. Surfs Up.
Surfs Up.
Brickomania. Surfs Up.
Surfs Up.
CMOS 4044.
Surfs Up.
Our guest from last week, Birch the Great. Surfs Up, Big Kahuna.
Surfs
Mikey
Up.
Shitted. Mikey Shitted, you made me laugh harder than anyone else in the chat tonight, so I thank you for that. Corn Dip, the very first Big Kahuna. I thank you for that. Zero, thank you. World's Worst Artist Surfs Up and Kinky Loco Surfs Up. You are the inaugural Big Kahunas. And then, holy crap, $50 coming in from Animal Kelly.
Thank you, Animal Kelly.
Does. Thank you, Animal. You are an amazing person, and I love you.
A new chatter. I've never seen Animal Kelly before. Welcome to subreddit surfing.
Yes, thank you, Animal Kelly. You were hanging out with us during the creep off earlier, and I appreciated that this afternoon as well. What a great person.
Can I say that let's just declare now that those 10 founding members of the subreddit surfing YouTube will be Big Kahunas for life, as long as they keep subscribing every month.
Yeah, as long as you keep paying every month, you will be Big Kahunas.
Kiki Loco.
All right, folks. We're going to get out of here, and we'll be back next week with a brand new edition of Subreddit Surfing. We don't know where we're going to pop up, but it'll be somewhere. And we hope that you will join us for that. Until then, act right. And Cardiff, how do we close this show?
Surfs Up.